Hey, one of the most common things I see in my private instructions, and this is probably the #1 trend that I see, and that is they tend to use their arms too much, and most golfers tend to use their body too little. So right after this, let's learn a couple of feels and do a couple of drills that will help you get out of this, start swinging more like a pro, because the pros are definitely using their lower bodies, their torsos more, using their arms less. Stay tuned. Hey, this is Steve with HitItLonger.com. If you get some value out of this video, I hope that you'll like and subscribe. So even among better amateur golfers, I still see a lot of this, where the body tends to be rather quiet and the arms do most of the work on the way down. So instead of the legs being quiet and the arms pulling back to impact, I'm gonna have you drop the club. Just do this with me at home if you'd like. Call this the elephant trunk drill. We're gonna allow our arms, and this is the hardest part for most everybody. Everybody wants to be strong. It's amazing how weak and relaxed you can feel while hitting a long drive. If you don't believe so, watch a really talented 13 or 14-year-old built like a beanpole just whip the club. You know that you're bigger and stronger, and yet he's 60 yards by you every time. It's unbelievable. Remember, it's not about muscle mass for 99.9999% of golfers in the world. It has nothing to do with muscle mass. Can you make your arms hang from the shoulder, from the ligaments? In order to do this, you're going to have to zero out any muscular effort. So this is the position that Count Yogi would call muscleless and boneless. Imagine there's no muscles or no bones in your arm, and it's just a meat sack, empty meat sack. You just hang like this, like a Halloween costume with the arms of a Halloween costume, just dangle. So your arms, once you get to the right amount of bow, about 30 degrees, they're just gonna hang straight down right under your shoulders. So that's a good place to start. If you can get yourself just to dangle completely relaxed with your arms, most people can't even do that. Okay, once you can do that, I want you to start moving your hips and your torso, just rocking back and forth, just a tiny amount. Watch this. Keep the arms in a relaxed state and swing them from foot to foot. You might get them going. It's funny that you actually have to get momentum going a little bit, but you'll see what the reason for a good forward press is, because it gets the momentum started without tensing up and starting to pull with the arms to begin with. So here I am dangling. You can even grip onto a thumb like this and connect your hands as a unit, something like this. Now, it's hard to get going smooth. I can do a little mini kick in and then swing. Look at that. Arms are just flailing as my weight goes back and forth and my torso winds up and unwinds. Arms will stay muscleless and boneless and just kind of flip-flop back and forth. Now, some of you out there will be doing this. And still, you won't be able to rely on just gravity and the swing of the pendulum to move your arms back and forth. Again, it's dangle, kick, right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, foot, left foot. Let your arms just completely relax and hang like they're two elephants' trunks, dangling back and forth with gravity. You can always make this bigger and just work on shifting the weight side to side. Now, it's very interesting. If you start doing this powerfully enough with the legs and the turn of the torso, you're going to start to feel a really interesting phenomenon happen to your arms. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel your arms get taut almost heavy at the bottom of the swing, as the outwards pulling force acting on your arms and hands as you start to turn the carnival ride faster and faster, you're going to start experiencing more and more outward seeking pull. We want to embrace this. We want to foster this. Feel the arms getting pulled down away from you, almost getting whipped down and around. Even though they're light, they're being pulled taut like iron bars. Very solid, especially in the left arm, even though you've maintained muscleless and boneless sensation, complete lack of muscular activity, but the outwards pull is really making that arm sturdy. That's what we're after, is that sensation. Next, you can add a club to this, but no ball. I like something with a heavy head, some kind of wedge. The heaviest head will be the best to feel this sensation with. I want you to grip it so lightly that anyone could come up and kick the club out of your hands, no problem. And I want you to do your elephant trunk drill again. Kick in. Don't worry about cocking the wrist, just swing the arms back and forth because of the pivot. The arms are doing nothing on their own. You're going to thrust the arms back by shifting and turning your torso to the back foot. Then your arms are going to respond to the torso turning and the weight shifting on the way through. There's no attempt at muscular activity to move the arms here at all. So it's and completely relaxed arms. I want you to grip it so lightly you get to the point where the head starts to feel heavy. You want to feel so light that it feels like you're holding an anvil, a shot put down at the bottom, a bowling ball. Ooh. Just like that. Now, if you could do that over a ball, you might tee it up, but just elephant trunk, like that. Ball went 50 yards. And all I'm trying to do to hit for distance here would completely be against the grain, against the point. You want to hit for more distance, yes. But remember, the only way that you've learned so far to hit for any distance is pulling the arms, not moving the body. This is most golfers. Let's give the arms a free ride, make them relax, and little bigger arm swing, got that one out to 60, 65 yards with a 9-iron. Point is not to hit it far, the point is to feel 100% of the power and the activity is coming from the body, 0% coming from the arms. There we go. Nice and high and straight in the sweet spot. And we're about to 75 yards there. I'll simply allowed the momentum from the shifting and winding up of my body, threw my arms up a little bit higher, a little firmer down, threw my arms both outwards and around the circle, made me hit the ball a little farther with the same relative amount of effort. So remember my elephant trunk drill. A great way to do this is if you could hold something heavy. Boy, a bucket of balls is great because you can use this to warm up. If you're at the gym, use a 20-pound medicine ball. Do my elephant trunk drill. Watch, I'll grip on to the left arm. Here we go. Muscleless and boneless arms. I can feel how much my knees and my feet now need to contribute. This is a gravity swing, propelled. Feels like I'm heaving a bowling ball. That's the feeling we're after. The average golfer really would like to move further down this number line. These drills will give you the sensation of doing it at the far end of the scale. Then you can come back and you can work 10, 15, 20% of these sensations into your regular swing, and you're going to be a lot better for it. What will be the benefits? Well, it's kind of like saying it's the Fred Couples scale. Who's the most effortless power hitter you've ever seen in your life? It's got to be Fred Couples, right? Or Payne Stewart. These are the two guys that were the furthest down this number line. So what's the benefits this is going to give you? Certainly has the potential for giving you better low point control. So more forward lean, cleaner strikes, more ball compression in general. It's generally going to give you more club head speed. We need the arms and wrists to go into relaxation through impact. All the heavy lifting is done back here, and then you really drop. So the guy who can drop from the stimulated nerve and muscle back here to relaxed nerve and muscle down at the ball is going to hit the ball the farthest. And so that's why you see not a strained look on Fred Couples' face, but just I don't really care. Just super relaxed. And so take our elephant trunk drill to the ball without the tee now. And that's what I get. I get a ton of this still in the air. The ball's out there 135, 140 yards. And I didn't feel like I made much contribution at all with my arms. But instead, I'm now feeling the legs and hips and thighs and calves and knees and the trunk are all now taking their proportion. So again, we'd like to move up the number line. Most of you watching out there, maybe a 3 or a 4 on this number line. See if we can get it to a 6 or a 7. Fred Couples is a 10. Payne Stewart was a 10. See if you can get to a 6 or a 7. Do the elephant trunk drill and subsequent drills where you add a club, then you add a ball after that. And I think that's what you're going to do. Hopefully this makes you hit the ball longer for less, straighter, more consistent contact, lower scores. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Check out my website, hititlonger.com. Check out all the products that I highly endorse in the Pro Shop. And as usual, if I don't see you in the next video, I am sure that I'm going to see you longer and straighter down the fairway. Take good care.